So I'm coming up on a year since I was in the hospital and was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. And I realized that up until that point, that catastrophic event happened in my life where I had to have heart surgery while I was awake so that they could see if I had any blocks in my heart. Thank God I didn't have any. It made me look at myself real hard to say, girl, how did you get here? Okay. And so I think the dark night of the soul is when you're in the dark to what your soul really wants, what you really want. I do. Like, once I got out the hospital and I really shined a light on myself, it was like that's when the darkness just started being exposed for real. The darkness that was in my life in places that I just wasn't able to recognize until that moment. So if you in your dark night of the soul, what is it that you're not seeing about yourself? First of all, for me, I was self-neglecting my emotions and stuff. I didn't understand my emotions. My anger didn't have a language. My rage didn't have a language. So because I couldn't express it, it started making me sick. And my relationship with myself wasn't as great as it needed to be. My close relationships, interpersonal relationships definitely needed an upgrade. I couldn't see that I was a full-blown people pleaser and that shit was just not phasing out on its own. I couldn't see that I was codependent, that I would self-sabotage. Like, I could not see where I was being the problem. And I say that with so much grace. But, people can't take our energy unless we give it to them. And we get mad at how people treat us, but we got to start looking at how we're allowing these things to happen. That was a big part for me. You got to learn how to say no. You got to learn to put up those boundaries and stand on 10 for them. You have to. Like, you got to see everything about you. You got to get to know yourself when you're in these different emotional states. If you haven't been speaking your truth, then anger is something that you may not be able to express properly, and you blow up. And in situations of conflict, it's like you want to get them before they get you. It's like you a pop ball, but you got to figure out a way to grow your language, because you're growing, but inside is not growing. Your verbiage is not growing, so blocks in your throat chakra. Wear blue for that. Okay? Start doing some throat chakra work so you can learn. Ask for, pray for understanding of the different emotional states that you're in and help to articulate them in an authentic way. We want to chill with the popping off and all that triggering shit. When you get triggered, stop pointing the finger out. Look within. Because why is this person able to trigger me? Okay? Are you remaining in situations that you needed to get out of? Like just not knowing how to end relationships, friendships, and stuff like that. So like the dark night of the soul is to shine a light on every part of you, every single area of your life, your relationship with yourself, the people around you, at work, okay, your career. That's a place for you to see yourself. Are you working in an environment where it makes you go against your integrity because you want to keep making that money and paying them bills? Shine a light on all of that so you can pray in every area and watch it get better. I'm seeing that in my life. So, yeah, the dark night of the soul, that's my perception. I'm just sitting in here coloring, creating some content, and watching the Beyonce concert on YouTube. I'd be glad when it come out on some streaming service. I only got to see it one time, so I want to see it. Come on, girl. Come on, let that thing out. All right, I'm going to get back. I'll see you later.